people, thank you for watching my video. My name is Roel. I am a health and nutrition coach and a diabetes practitioner based near Manchester in the UK, and I post these videos to help you to stay motivated to be as healthy as you can be. At the end of my videos I always talk a little bit about my crafting. Obviously you can switch off then if you like, and after that I always share a little bit of footage, photos and a little bit of video of my week. Right, today we are going to talk about something that's at the root of very much of our health and well-being, our gut health. And it's one of these things where you might start rolling your eyes and think, yeah, I know that your gut is important for your health. But sometimes I think it's really helpful to remind yourself of the knowledge that you have, and more importantly, ask yourself, are you actually doing something with that? Because you may know that your gut health is really important, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you take the action that you can take to have a healthy gut. And there's often a disconnect between what we know and what we do. So it's good to every now and then check in with yourself to see if you're actually doing the stuff that is good for you. So you've probably heard of the phrase that your gut is your second brain, and that's not just a catchy saying, that's actually true. The health of your gut impacts directly on your digestive system, your immune system, your energy, your hormones, your mood, and even your skin. So that's why it has such a massive impact on your overall health. If your gut's not working properly, then that can affect nearly every part of your body. So in this video, we're going to look at why a healthy gut is so important, and then I will share a few practical tips on how you can do things that support your gut health. Right, so let's talk about why your gut health is so important. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, but not just bacteria. Not everybody knows that it's not just bacteria, but also fungi or fungi, however you want to say that, and even viruses. They can be good or bad, but they're collectively known as your gut microbiome. And when it's balanced, these microbes are fantastic. They help to break down your food and help you to absorb nutrients. They protect you against harmful bacteria and viruses. They also produce vitamins like B12 and vitamin K, and they regulate your immune system. Like the largest part of your immune system is based in your gut. And they can also influence your mood through that gut-brain connection. But when the balance is disturbed, maybe through poor diet or stress or lack of sleep or antibiotics, this can then lead to problems like bloating, digestive issues, low energy, frequent illness, skin issues, inflammation, or even anxiety and low mood. Now that's why supporting your gut is so important, and it's not just about avoiding tummy trouble, it's just about setting the foundation for your overall health. So let's look at some tips to support your gut health. Number one, the diet. You might think, here we go again, the diet, but yeah, I can't help it. It is really important. Eat real food, and make sure your diet contains plenty of fiber, because fiber will feed your beneficial gut bacteria. So you can find fiber in vegetables, fruits, whole grain food, nuts, seeds, legumes if you can tolerate them. And all these foods provide different types of fiber, and that's also important that you eat different types of fiber. The more variety, the happier your gut microbiome. Number two is to include fermented foods. Now, I know in the UK fermented foods are not super popular. Where I'm from, Holland, they are a little bit more popular, I would say, and especially I would say Eastern European countries, Germany as well. Fermented foods are a staple, but I don't think that's the case in the UK, but it should be. Foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, kombucha, cheeses made with unpasteurized milk. And you might think, well, where do I get those? But actually, you can buy them in Tesco. If you buy, for example, Comté cheese in Tesco, look at the label on the back of it and you'll see that it's made with unpasteurized cheese. So that will also provide you with probiotics. And probiotics are these beneficial bacteria that will boost your gut diversity. And even a spoonful of these foods a day is enough to make a difference. And by the way, sauerkraut is something that or other fermented foods as well, they're very easy to make and cheap as well at home. Sauerkraut, for example, is just white cabbage and salt. And I mean, you can just find the instructions to make it very easily online and put it in a jar, leave it for a few weeks, and then you have your own sauerkraut, which you can keep in the fridge and have a spoonful every day as a side dish, really nice in salads. Number 3 is goes back to what I've already said, to eat real food, but really try to avoid processed foods and sugary foods, because ultra processed foods and excess sugar can really feed those harmful bacteria in your gut, leading to that imbalance. So stick with real food, the kind of food that your great-great-grandmother would have eaten. You know, did it grow somewhere, or did it have a mother, or is it an egg? Because these are the kind of foods that promote a healthy gut. And the processed foods and the sugars actually actively damage your gut bacteria, your healthy gut biome. Number 4, stress. You may not realize, but stress has a direct impact on your gut via that gut-brain connection. And practices like deep breathing, journaling, doing something that makes you feel good, a walk in nature, a bit of mindfulness can really help to support your mental health, and that will reduce your stress and that will improve your gut health. Number 5, prioritize sleep. Sleep is one of these things, and stress as well, where often people just accept the fact that they don't sleep well or that they're very stressed, and they say, oh, isn't everybody stressed? Life is stressful. I've always been a bad sleeper. But I would not accept that so easily. Having said that, I'm really bad at going to bed on time. But sleep is super important for your gut microbiome, because your microbes follow a daily rhythm, and poor sleep can really disrupt that balance. And also poor sleep will increase your stress hormones, and that then has a negative impact on your gut health. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep if you can. Number 6, stay hydrated. Water helps fibre to do its job properly, and it also promotes your digestive system. It helps healthy bowel movements, and healthy bowel movements are really important for your gut health. So aim for around 2 litres a day, but it can vary, it depends on how big you are, how active you are, how hot it is. But basically look at the colour of your wee, and it should be the lightest colour of straw, and then you are well hydrated. Number 7, be mindful with antibiotics. Obviously, antibiotics sometimes are necessary, but they also wipe out both your good and bad bacteria. If you need them, then make sure to support your gut afterwards with plenty of fibre in your diet, and maybe even a course of probiotic supplements. And last tip is physical activity, movement. Move your body. Regular, moderate physical activity can really help to move food efficiently through your digestive system, and that will then promote a diverse and healthy gut microbiome, and that will help to balance stress as well, because physical activity is good for your mental health, and that will then support your gut health again. So as you can see, all these things have an impact on each other. So you can never, well, you can do what you like, but if you just do things in isolation, you'll get some results, but all these lifestyle factors impact on each other. Your sleep has an impact on your physical activity, on your mental health. Your mental health has an effect on your behavior, that has an impact on your diet, and so you can see everything interacts. So healthy gut is really the center of your overall health and well-being, and it affects not just your digestion but also your energy levels, your immunity, very much so your immunity, your hormones, your mood, and more. So by nourishing your gut with real food, manage your stress, sleep well, and hopefully also add in some of these lovely fermented foods, you'll be supporting your body in countless ways. And remember, if you feel this is all very overwhelming, just pick one thing and start with that this week. And that segues nicely into my weekly reminder to you to set yourself one little goal this week to do something that's good for you. What is the one thing that you're going to do for your health this week that's going to help you to be healthier and happier? And just crack on with that and review it next week, and see how you go. And maybe these things will stick and they'll become a habit, and even though they're small actions, they will all add up to a big result. If you found this video helpful, then maybe give me the thumbs up, or even share it with someone you know who might be interested, or even better, subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for those of you who already subscribed to my channel. I can't tell you how much that excites me and how much that I appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching. And if you're not interested in my crafting, then feel free to leave now, of course, or skip to the very end where I share a little bit of footage of my last week. But thank you so much for watching, and look after your gut so it can look after you. Right, crafting. This week I have finished my Vertices United. No, not United, Vertices Unite, not United. And I'm very happy with it. It is my old Vertices Unite. It's my favourite shawl, and I've worn it so much. This one, I love it. I made it with the tulip colours of the set I bought at Stephen and Penelope, and it feels amazing. It's very squishy, and I think you get that with a garter stitch. Well, it's the combination of garter stitch, the whole shawl is garter stitch, and really nice yarn as well, of course. So this is hand-dyed merino yarn. And yes, super happy with it. Definitely not colours that I would have chosen myself, but I had that box of these colours, then they were exactly the amount that I needed, plus I added a little bit of the Rico, because you needed 5 colours. And I just really like the way that this shawl goes on. If you can see it like this. Yeah, really happy with it. And I think looking at it now, it does look good. I think the colours suit me, but like I said, I would never chosen these colours, but now I'm really happy that I've done it. And it's a little bit, I think, a bit of a weird comparison, but if you join a book club, then you end up reading books that you would have never chosen yourself, but then you're really happy that you did read them, because you wouldn't have chosen it and you did enjoy it. So this is a little bit like that. I'm really happy now that I have this shawl, even though I would have never picked these colours for making it. So super, super happy. And it is getting a bit colder now, so I have been wearing it as well, because now is the sort of time where you can go out in a jumper and no coat but a shawl. Talking about jumpers, I forgot to look up the name of the jumper I'm wearing. I'll try to sort of quickly do that on the sly here whilst I'm talking to you. Then I've done, finally started with the second sock. I've been talking about it for ages, but I finally cast it on. There it is. And I've done a little bit more, but not that much this week. It's with the Zauber ball. Oops. battery's running low with the Zauber ball. Super happy with the way that's going, but it's not going very fast because I've been really trying hard to get the Vertices United done. Then I have been doing a little bit of crochet. I found out, don't ask me how, that my grandchildren didn't know about Miffy. And I mean, Miffy is the name of Miffy in English, but actually it's originally a design by Dick Brunner, who's Dutch, and in Holland, Miffy is called Nijntje. And so I thought that was bad that they didn't know about it because it's an institution in the Netherlands. So I decided to start crocheting Nijntje. I showed them some pictures and they really loved it, and they even sort of helped me choose some patterns. And I haven't quite finished it, but got quite far, and I crocheted a Nijntje. Obviously I still got to put a face on, eyes, and a little cross for a mouth, and then I need to make the dress a little bit longer. I have made the arms that will go on it like that, so you get the idea. So hopefully next week I can show you the finished project, not project, the finished item. It's a free pattern that I found on Ravelry. I will put it in the comments, not in the comments, but in the description below this video. And yeah, really enjoyed it. It was a good pattern. It didn't really tell you when to stuff it, so I had to sort of make that up, but that wasn't that difficult. And I really enjoyed a little bit of crocheting again. I think what I found though is that I do enjoy making things that I'm going to use and wear. And for example, jumpers and shawls and mittens and things like that. And with the Nijntje, I mean, what are you going to do with it? Obviously I'm going to give it to my grandchildren, but even then I'm thinking, they've got so many toys, and I know how they treat their toys, and it sounds a bit negative, but it just ends up sort of, you know, somewhere dumped in a bunch of toys. And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know. I think I sort of like the stuff that I've crafted too much for that to happen, but that probably will happen, and that's okay. And then, so that's actually all the stuff I've been working on this week, and I have been looking at yarn that I can use for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along that starts in October. And I found stuff that I already had in my stash, which I'm really happy about. This one is West Yorkshire Spinners Exquisite 4-ply. That's one of the colours. This is Drops Fable, which is colour number 2. This, I cannot remember. Maybe I'll tell you next week, or when I actually start, if I actually start knitting this shawl. And then I wanted some brown, but the only brown I've got is a hand-dyed called Brandy by Ducky Darlings. Which I bought in, gosh, where was that? In Buxton, at the Buxton Wool Fair. And I do like it with a brown, but I might have a look and see if I can find just a brown that's just a single colour and not the hand dyed with all the sort of lovely colours going through it. Although I think it probably will go together. What do you think? Let me know. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to actually join in. I think I probably will. But I want to see what it's like first, and if it's, I like the triangle shaped shawls, and the semicircles are okay, but I don't think they are as nice to wear as the triangular ones, and I definitely don't like square ones. So yeah, maybe I'll just wait for the first clue and then decide. I've got plenty of other stuff to be getting on with. Still trying to quickly find the jumper that I am wearing, and I found it. It is the Harlow Sweater V-neck by, who's it by? It is by Kadri. It's on Ravelry, and I don't know if you can see it like that. Super lovely pattern. Really enjoyed making that. I could easily make another one. It's got a little split hem, and I've made it with Rowan Kit Classic. Really happy with it. Right, that was all my crafting. Thank you so much for watching that, and I hope you have a lovely week. Like I said, I have added some stuff after this video, a little bits and bobs that I've been up to this week. Hope you have a lovely week, and see you again next week. Lots of love. Bye.